Okay, here's the reason why you're not able to memorize effectively on your memory palace. And there's a number of things that come to mind, but the number one thing is that you're not connecting the story well enough. So I'm just going to go through with it just so I can show you visually how that works, but I will discuss how the memory palace works, but also look at the disconnection happening because you're trying to remember, right? So let's go. So I'm just going to box these up, right, for the locations. So there's 3 locations there. Hopefully you can see them. There's location 1, location 2, location 3, and so on. So what we want to be able to do is we want to be able to memorize onto those locations. So put the information in, right, store them here, but we want to be able to keep them in there. So what's happening at the moment, and I've had this question from a few people actually that have contacted me, is I'm memorizing onto the location, right? But I'm just not able to recall from it later on, right? Because technically you should be able to, whatever you put in there, you should be able to recall them. But there is a slight problem, right? And as I mentioned, the story you create here should be strong enough so that this thing here, this whatever you've memorized, should bring that result back to you. So the best way to do that, I'll just rub this off, is to be able to create powerful stories, but also powerful locations. So you need 2 things. So the 2 things are the location needs to get stronger and the story you develop here, right? The story you develop. So how does that work? It works by making sure that the locations first are interacting with one another. So if you have, for example, my first location is a front fence. So if it's just a static front fence, it's not that memorable. It's just an image showing. I need to make that memorable. How do I make a fence memorable? Right? That's the question. So for me, what I would do, I would say, okay, here's my white fence. Maybe it's really tall, really big. Maybe someone's broken it, so it's a broken fence made of wood. Maybe there's cats crawling across it, because I have seen that once, right? So I'm making it interactive. Maybe it's moving in the wind. So the more memorable you make the location, then whatever story you make connecting it to the location is more memorable. Right, so let's say I've got my first location, my front fence, and it's really big, it's really high, it's moving in the wind, there might be animals crawling all over it, right? That's my location. Now, I'm trying to, let's just take a word, right? I'm trying to remember the word chocolate, because I've got some here, right? Now, if I just visualize a piece of chocolate, right? Again, very boring. What can we do with chocolate? Well, chocolate can melt. We can eat it, yeah, but what do we see when we're eating it? We have to feel, right? So what I would personally do here is I would imagine one of these things. I'll pick one up again. One of these things, really big, right? These are the Lindor balls, right? Chocolate balls, massive, really massive. And it's rolling slowly, like the Indiana Jones, that ball, right? It's rolling towards my fence, and the fence is really big, right? It's about to break it. And what happens, right, because that story now is really big, it's a big chocolate ball going straight to my fence, and what happens is that the ball crashes into the fence, but the fence is strong, and what happens is that that ball crashes now all over the fence, and it breaks, and when it breaks, chocolate, melted chocolate oozes out of it, right, and the fence is all chocolate. So that story, yes, it's taken me a very long time. And if you're doing competition, you're not going to do that. You're not going to spend, 5 minutes making up a story that, could be done in 2 seconds, right? But the goal here is to understand how to make it memorable. As you get better at doing that, what will happen is you will get faster. So if you're looking for speed, right? Speed will come eventually once you've understood this principle, right? Let's just do another one. So my second location is my front door, right? Again, if I just visualize a door, that's quite boring on its own, right? A door. Well, let's look at the attributes of a door. So what are attributes? Attributes are little things that can happen with the door. For example, I can open and close it. That's good enough, right? Does a door make a sound when you open it and close it? Can something get stuck? Have you ever had your fingers get stuck in a door? It's bloody painful, right? So look at these things. So I've made the door more memorable. That's great. Let's pick another thing. So I've got a knife here, right? Found a knife. So now I'm going to visualize the knife. What does it look like? Again, I could exaggerate. I can make it really big. I can make it really sharp. Again, it's hard to visualize a sharp knife. The only way you're going to know a knife is sharp is if you cut something with it, right? Not just look at it and say, oh, that's a sharp knife. Well, you're only going to know if it cut it. So I can get that knife and I can slice through the door beautifully. It's a beautiful cutting knife and it slices through that door perfectly. And again, don't just see knife, slice, door, bang, all right? Try and make it so that, you know, when the door is opening and it's just about to open on your face really fast, you get the knife and bang, you halve it through, right? So you make that story memorable. The knife is really sharp and cuts through the door. Maybe that had a green handle on it. So again, try and visualize if there's any color there, if there's any sound that it makes, right? Make that really big. And the door was already moving. So as soon as you connect those two together, bang, memorable again, right? So this is how you make things memorable. And again, take your time, right? There is no rush when you're learning these things. And remember, it is learning. It's not, I have to get fast. I have to be able to do it at speed. You will go at speed in time. Learn this, practice that in terms of effectiveness of your locations and effectiveness of your storytelling. As soon as you do those two things, I can guarantee you will strengthen your connections, but you will also remember and recall for longer term as well, not just for next 5-10 minutes, for longer term. Why? Because these will be really, really strong. So hopefully that answers some of your questions. If you've got any more questions, feel free to comment down below and I'll try and make some videos on them as well, because it's really good that you guys are interacting. Also, I'm running some memory coaching as well. I've got some spots, so if you're interested, feel free to click on the description below and we can have a chat. So thanks for that, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.